you've got leftover fruit, make you some fruit butter. In this case, let's make some pear butter. I've got a few pears here. Probably about 4 pounds, which it don't take very many pears to make 4 pounds, just kind of like an apple. There's probably about 4 or 5 pounds right here. But I'm going to take these pears. I had to get them cut up, and I'm going to do something with them because they were really starting to get bad and get soft. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to make some pear butter. And it's a really easy process. It's not one of them all day drawn out processes. And make a little pear butter. Then if I get enough, I think I'm even going to can, a few jars up, put on the shelf, because this will be really good on toast, biscuits, your pancakes. You can even put apple butter or pear butter or anything like that in, like if you're making muffins or even a cake, you can put that pear butter in with your batter, and it's really good. So anyways, let's go through the process. Like I said, it's an easy thing, and we'll make some pear butter. I think y'all going to like it. I measured out my pears, and I had about 8 cups that I had cut up. And the first step I'm going to do is I got my 8 cups of pears in here. I'm going to put about a half a cup of water. And, whoops, I got a little bit of lemon juice. I didn't have any fresh lemons. I would prefer to use fresh lemon juice, but I don't have any. So I'm just going to put about a teaspoon of lemon juice in there with it. Now at this point, we're just going to bring this up to a boil. And once it comes up to a boil, I'm going to turn it down, and I'm going to let it simmer for about 20 minutes. And then we'll come back for the next step. Okay, it's come to a boil, and I'm going to turn the timer on for 20 minutes. We'll be back after 20 minutes. Our next step is we're going to puree. Now these pears have been simmering for 20 minutes, and now we're going to puree them. And I've got my hand blender right here, but you can use a regular blender. Just be careful doing it because it's going to be hot. So just do it, put a little bit at a time in your blender and blend it up until you get all of it done. Or you can do it the old-fashioned way and just use your potato masher. Either way, I got this this hand blender. I got it at the Goodwill store for $2. So when I can find stuff like that, like cheap like that, it makes me feel good. But anyways, it's a good one. And before you use the hand blender, make sure you put it down in your liquid. Don't turn it on and put it down in there. You'll have it everywhere. Now, I'm not going to blend this till it's just water. I'm just going to blend it till it's pureed good. I even leave a few chunks in it. I think that's pretty good. Okay. Let me tell you something. $2 for this. That was probably my find of the year. I really have enjoyed it. Okay, I'm gonna get these pears back over. Y'all probably getting steamed up. I'm gonna put these pears back over on the stove, and we'll go to our next step. I got the pears back on the stove, and I got this on low, but it's still bubbling up pretty good. But we're gonna put the rest of our ingredients in here. And I've got about 1/4 of a cup of apple juice. You can use orange juice if that's what you got. And I've got a cup of sugar. And I think, and this is optional, you don't have to, but I'm going to put 1/4 of a cup of brown sugar. And I'm going to put a good teaspoon of cinnamon. And I'm going to put a teaspoon of vanilla. I'm going to stir this up good. And I'm going to let this simmer till it thickens up. And then I'll test it on the back to see if it's ready to be. Now you can see I've left some chunks in there. You can, I'm going to can mine up so it'll be shelf stable, but you can put this in your refrigerator for up to 2 weeks. It'll stay good for up to 2 weeks. You can put it in your freezer, like freezer jam. But I won't get but probably maybe 4 or 5 half pints, but that's okay, because it'll take a while for me and Mr. Brown to eat all that. We'll see how much we get. What I'm going to do is let this simmer a while, like I said, and let it thicken up real good. And then I'll test it on the back of my spoon. And if it doesn't run back together, that means it's ready to put in the jars. So that's all there was to that. And you can see that I've still got a few chunks in there, and that's okay. I like a little few chunks. And I'll tell you what, you can put this, like I said, on toast, biscuits. You can put it on top of ice cream. Put it on your pancakes. Really good stuff. And you can do this with apples. It's not an all-day process. It didn't take very long to do this. So I'm going to let this simmer a while, and we'll come back when it thickens up. I had it simmering for about another 15 minutes, and it has thickened up quite a bit. I want you to look at the pretty color. It's really pretty. Now I'm going to take back of a stainless steel spoon, and I'm just going to kind of stick it down in there. Get a little more on there. Well, get on there. I'm going to run my finger right down through the middle. And if it don't run back together, you see how it holds that little line through there. It didn't run back together. It's ready. So I'm going to get everything ready, and we're going to put them in the little jars, and we'll get them in a hot water bath and can them up. Okay, let's get this pear butter in the jars. Now I'm not sure how many little jelly jars this is going to make, because like I said, I had 8 cups of pears cut up. Leave about 1/4 of an inch headspace. I might get 4. We'll see. And y'all, I can tell y'all, I tasted this a while ago, and it's really good. And I'm going to leave me out just enough to put on some ice cream tonight. There's 2. If I'm able to get my hands on a bunch of pears, and the ones at the grocery stores, they didn't look good today at all, so I wasn't able to get any more. I don't know how the fruit trees are going to do here in Arkansas this year yet. I got a little bit too much in that one jar. I'll have to get some of it out. So here's my 4th jar. Like I said, even 4 little jelly jars will last me and Mr. Brown a while till I can get some more made. Okay, whoops. Let's see if we can go for 5. I'm getting down to the nitty-gritty. I'm excited. The stuff's so good. And you know, it's delicious on pancakes, of course. biscuits, toast, whatever, but an ice cream. But you can even serve this with a piece of pork, like a braised pork chop or a loin or something like that, because pork and apple and pear go together very, very good. Okay, I got 5 jelly jars full, and I'm excited about that. So I'm going to wipe my rims off real good. I'm going to get my lids on, the rings on, and I'm going to get them in the water bath canner, and I'll bring y'all back when everything comes up to a boil, and I'll tell you how long they need to water bath. Okay, I got them in the canner. I'm going to put the lid on it and let it come up to a good rolling boil, and then I'll turn the timer on for 15 minutes. And we'll come back when they're done. I have to tell y'all, I left some of that pear butter out while it was still hot, and I had some vanilla bean ice cream. So I've done tasted it on my ice cream, and I'm telling y'all, it's so good. So y'all have to do this. It's really good stuff. So if y'all like this recipe, give me a thumbs up. I'll put the directions and the recipe in the description box, and y'all share it. If you haven't subbed, y'all come over and sub, and we'll see you on the next video. And everybody have a wonderful day, a wonderful weekend, and God bless everybody. Bye-bye, everybody.